Imagine waking up in a world where everything you've ever known is stripped away in an instant. What would you do if your peaceful life was thrown into complete chaos? Could you outrun a fate you never saw coming? The movie opens in a lush, vibrant jungle. You can almost feel the life around you. In the midst of all this beauty, we're introduced to a small group of hunters from a remote village. They're tracking a tapir, working together as a team, and immediately we get a sense of their closeness, their connection to the land, and to each other. At the center of this group is our main character, Jaguar Paw, a skilled and courageous hunter. Life in the village is simple but fulfilling. The people live in harmony with nature. They share stories, laugh, and take care of their families. Jaguar Paw's life revolves around his pregnant wife, Seven, and their young son, Turtle Run. The bond he shares with them is strong, and it's clear that family is at the core of his existence. But as is often the case in stories like this, peace is fragile. As we watch the villagers go about their lives, we start to get a sense that something is lurking in the shadows, that danger is not far off. This peaceful world is about to be shattered. The first hint of trouble comes when a group of desperate, frightened people pass through Jaguar Paw's village. They look hungry, scared, and exhausted. Their own home has been destroyed by violent invaders, and now they're looking for a new place to settle. The villagers offer them food and shelter, but Jaguar Paw is uneasy. He senses that something bad is coming, something that could threaten everything he holds dear. That night, his unease grows when he has a haunting dream. It's a warning, a vision of the chaos to come, but when he wakes up, it's already too late. The peaceful morning is shattered by the sound of approaching danger. Suddenly, the village is under attack. A powerful force of warriors from a distant city swoops in, leaving destruction in their wake. These invaders, dressed in fearsome armor and wielding deadly weapons, show no mercy. They capture the villagers, killing those who resist, and burning the homes they once lived in peacefully. The action here is brutal, fast, and chaotic. Jaguar Paw fights to defend his village, but it's a losing battle. In the midst of the chaos, his main concern is his family. He knows he must get them to safety, so he leads his wife and son to a hidden cave, lowering them into a deep pit where they'll be safe from the invaders. The last thing he tells his wife before running back to fight is, "I'll come back for you." But as soon as he returns to the village, Jaguar Paw is captured by the invaders. His hands are bound, and he's forced to march alongside the other prisoners, including his father, towards an unknown fate. His village has been destroyed, and his only hope is to survive long enough to return to his wife and son. What follows is a long, grueling journey through the jungle. The prisoners are marched through the heat, tied together, and treated with cruelty by their captors. We see the exhaustion, the fear, and the uncertainty in their faces. They have no idea where they're being taken or what fate awaits them. As they march, we get glimpses of the wider world outside the village. The jungle is dense and unforgiving, but Jaguar Paw knows it well. He's a hunter, and his connection to the land is deep. He watches carefully, looking for any chance to escape. His mind is constantly on his family and the promise he made to return to them. Eventually, the group reaches the outskirts of a massive, sprawling city. It's unlike anything Jaguar Paw has ever seen. Towering pyramids, vast plazas filled with people, and an atmosphere of tension and fear. The city is on the brink of collapse, and the rulers believe that the gods demand sacrifice to save them. The prisoners are here for a reason, and that reason is terrifying. The city is a stunning contrast to the peaceful life Jaguar Paw once knew. It's filled with noise, crowds, and a sense of desperation. The rulers of the city are preparing for a large ritual, and the captured villagers are to be the stars of this grim ceremony. They are paraded through the streets, jeered at by the crowd, and taken to the base of the pyramid where the ritual will take place. One by one, prisoners are taken to the top of the pyramid, where they are sacrificed to the gods. The rulers believe that by offering these sacrifices, they can somehow stop the collapse of their civilization. But just as Jaguar Paw's turn approaches, something happens. A rare celestial event, a solar eclipse, occurs, and the priests interpret this as a sign from the gods. The sacrifices are stopped, and Jaguar Paw, along with the remaining prisoners, is spared for now. Although the sacrifices have stopped, Jaguar Paw and the other prisoners are still in grave danger. The captors, bored and seeking entertainment, decide to turn the prisoners into prey. They are released into the jungle, given a small head start, and then hunted for sport. The hunters are fast, ruthless, and heavily armed. The prisoners? Barely equipped, tired, and running on pure desperation. This is where the Real chase begins. Jaguar Paw knows the jungle like the back of his hand. His instincts kick in, and he uses everything he's learned as a hunter to evade capture. One by one, the other prisoners fall, taken down by the relentless hunters. But Jaguar Paw keeps moving, his mind focused on only one thing: getting back to his family. The jungle is both his enemy and his ally, filled with deadly traps and hidden dangers, but also offering him ways to fight back. Jaguar Paw isn't just running. He's fighting. The jungle becomes his weapon. He uses everything at his disposal to turn the tables on his pursuers. He sets traps, uses the terrain to his advantage, and outwits the hunters at every turn. His knowledge of the land gives him a critical edge, but the danger is never far behind. At one point, he's cornered near a waterfall, with no choice but to jump. It's a breathtaking moment that shows just how desperate and determined he's become. As he plunges into the water below, you can feel the stakes rising. This is about more than just his survival. This is about reclaiming his life, his freedom, and his future. Jaguar Paw's journey culminates in a final, intense confrontation with the last of his pursuers. The jungle is thick, the tension is high, and there's no room for mistakes. Jaguar Paw has come too far, endured too much to give up now. He uses everything he's learned to outsmart his enemies, setting one final trap that ends the chase once and for all. But just as he thinks he's free, there's another twist. As he makes his way back to his village, something incredible happens. Off in the distance, on the shore, a group of foreign ships appears, ships unlike anything Jaguar Paw or the other characters have ever seen. The arrival of these outsiders marks the beginning of a new era, a change that will alter the course of history forever. But for Jaguar Paw, this is not the end. His story isn't about the fate of a civilization, it's about his own survival, his family, and his future. In the end, Jaguar Paw returns to the pit where he left his wife and son. The relief, the emotion, the weight of everything he's endured all come crashing down in this moment. He's kept his promise, he's survived, and he's reclaimed his life. He reunited with his family, standing together against the vast backdrop of the jungle, with the future unknown but their bond unbroken. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and don't forget to check out our next video.